Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 59 of the Frisky Whiskey.
59. That's crazy.
59. I know we're
59.
almost there to 60, man. We're almost there.
Crazy.
Actually, episode 60 is probably going to be kind of awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? You get your fantasy football updates and take some notes. Might help you in your draft. We got some experts here now. Uh,
Anyways, Mike D, what are we doing this evening?
so you know what? Tonight is a toast to Old Overholt. You've heard
Toast?
me talk about
Oh,
them. I've joked about them. Travis, first time we ever had a drink together, actually, at my house was the regular Old Overholt, and I made that drink the usual, which
yes.
is a rye, ginger ale, and cherry bitters, which is
It's
a great drink.
probably why I don't remember ever drinking this.
But we had the regular one,
Yeah. Well, so we
bottle
haven't
and
had the
bond.
bottle and bond.
No, I have. You haven't.
Okay. I was about to say,
Okay,
like,
but this is also when we had first met. The rye revolution hadn't really taken off yet,
mhm.
so that was all you can find was Old Overhaul. There was nothing you can find that was rye anywhere.
And now I have a stack of fries on my
It's,
shelf behind
yeah,
me.
it's funny. I was thinking about it too. I was like, I remember George Nichols suddenly appeared, a rye, and then it like slowly started building up more and more and more started showing
Mhm.
up. So I remember it was like, oh, it was always Old Overlord, and I saw the Dickel one, which I thought the original Old Overlord at the time, my taste buds are very different now. I
Yeah.
really should get a bottle of that and try it. I used to call it Ethel because it was just, for me, it was very strong, but I'm, a different drinker than I was, when I first
Well,
tried
hey,
this.
that wasn't even 100 proof back then.
No, no, that was just a regular one. The regular one's like 92 proof. I'm on their website. I'll even look, but
Yeah.
this should be a good episode.
I'm looking
I,
forward to it.
I've had this recently. I found it at a local liquor store by my house,
Mhm.
and it's we'll talk about the price in a minute. But I brought it to a party, and there were a bunch of whiskey drinkers there. And when they all tried it, they went nuts.
Really?
Yeah, but
Okay.
especially for what I told them I got it for.
Well, I
So
mean, I could say it wasn't very expensive on my end.
right
Although
now,
it was interesting when I was looking for this. The reason why I texted you and I was like, which one? Was because they had like four different types of old Overholt.
they have a new one that just came out. You should have grabbed those. Is it A something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have grabbed that. That's a new one they just came out with.
Oh, yeah. It was just sitting
I
there.
haven't seen that here yet. Oh, you should have grabbed that.
I mean, they probably still have some.
We'll have to revisit Old Overhaul and maybe we get a couple of those together.
Yeah, we'll do the
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 original one and the new one, and we'll see what that goes like.
yeah, there you go. Anyways,
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
No, we're just talking, man. No,
You're
no,
good.
it's cool. So Old Overhaul, actually, this is interesting stuff. Old Overhaul is the oldest continuously maintained American whiskey brand in U.S. history.
Huh.
Yeah, they're owned by Beam, Jim Beam and Company,
Yeah.
right? It's under their umbrella. But they've kept it to what it was. It started in 1810. Abe Overholt. Abe assumes the
Abe.
management of Old Overholt family made rye whiskey at the West Overton farmstead, transforming it into a business. So I mean they were doing it before 1810, but this guy knew what to do.
Hmm.
So I think it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna go through the full history. I'll scroll down a little bit more. Um, I'm kind of curious when. So Old Overhaul did the first bottle of bomb when it came in act in 1897.
Hmm.
Um, they were one of the ones who had the medical license.
Yep.
So
That's why they've
was
still
it
been
three?
around.
But it was three that got the medical license, right? It was Brown and Company, which is Old Forester.
Hmm.
Remember, there were 10 licenses available, only three got used, which I never knew what the other two were. So now I
I thought we
know
looked
which
into
one
it.
is that.
I thought we
I
looked
thought we
into
did
it.
probably don't. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because we immediately were like, oh, that one's been around forever. Let's drink it.
so it was one of the ones that did not go away. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'll stop there at this point. The bottles are cool looking though, man.
It is a classic, like label. Just
Yeah,
just an angry man
it
on
is.
there.
Okay, so now you got your glass poured there.
I don't have it poured. I haven't even cracked the bottle yet, so
Oh, crack the bottle.
give it a
Don't don't.
little crack. Ooh. For having a plastic cap, it is a glass bottle, so I can appreciate that.
So in 2017 was when they finally it kind of went away for a while. Old Overhaul. It was still being produced, but in like very small batches through the '90s. When rye was dead.
Hmm.
In 2017, it started like kind of reproducing and
Yay.
distributing nationwide.
It's actually a pretty good color.
Oh yeah, so it's a nice amber color,
It's like
right?
that's like
Um,
cinnamon. What the heck?
so the noses should be described as simple. Okay, now,
Hmm.
like I said, I couldn't find on their website. They don't talk about their in bond, so I went to one of the websites I use for my flavor profiles. So it says there should be light hints of vanilla, oat, grain, corn, hints of sweetness along with a touch of ethyl, which is funny. Uh, some dry spices, and I think that was it. So there's a sweetness there.
To me, it kind of smells like the fireballs candies.
Yeah, the punch, but it has that punchy kind of
Well, that's the ethyl.
sweetness, you know?
That smells nice though. I don't mind that. So
No,
so for me here, this was like just over 24 bucks.
okay, okay. So for 24 bucks, that's not bad, right? I got mine for 22, give or take. Sorry,
It has to beat out, Evan Williams bottled in bond and Old
and
Granddad
Granddad.
to
So
be worth that price.
I wouldn't bring this to the table if I thought this could handle a fight. I put this in the ring. We'll see what happens.
All right.
I've
Well,
been
what's what?
training with I've been training with this one for a little bit, so we're ready to go.
So what's our flavor profile?
All right, so should be more expressive with sweet vanilla, light caramels and oats. Um, Fresh marshmallow, graham cracker, light peanut. Rye spices peek through. Um, Kind of goes to like a nice thin mouthful, and then it kind of comes back in. So let's check it out.
Yeah,
That caramel's there. The oak is there.
that's not bad.
That's tasty. That is nice and sweet. I don't know about the peanut. Now this guy did this review back in. I'm actually curious about something.
That's pretty dang good.
Yeah, no, I think it's very good. For
I'm trying
22,
to
24 bucks.
I'm trying to like spot the flavors. There's stuff there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I find another review real quick.
Rye is
This one.
100% like you can tell it's
This, I mean, this,
rye.
no, this is rye. Like this is,
You can taste the rye.
yeah.
A little bit of that ethyl comes in there, just a touch. There's some like
Okay, so this one says
there's
muddled
something
mint
else.
in the
Mm.
nose, candy citrus, no way. Some vanilla, yeah. And then the palate has a beer combo. What is this person? Okay, this guy's dead. All right. Well, not
This guy's dead to
an
me now.
idiot. I'm sorry. I want a review on bourbon, not that you think you can write like poetry in your
He
own little
just
world.
he just has, words to say.
Words. I know you don't have Netflix, but I've been watching this thing. If you're a baseball fan, especially if you know your 70s baseball, the Pete Rose documentary series, not
Mm.
documentary, it's like series, whatever. It's about Pete Rose. He's in it, the whole thing. We talked about it a little more in detail a couple days ago. I'm not going to go in detail now, but I will say, if you like baseball, watch it. It's great 70s. It's almost a review of the 70s baseball because Cincinnati Reds were either in the World Series or in the playoffs in some form or fashion
Yeah.
every year. So it's kind of cool. And then it went when Pete Rose went to Philadelphia, it continued into the late '80s, and then Pete Rose went back to Cincinnati, became a manager. So there's a good history of baseball going on there.
Mhm.
And without getting into it, look, I said it to you. I go, I feel bad. I feel bad for Pete Rose, and I don't feel bad for Pete Rose. And I think both sides are jerks.
Yeah.
And I'll go as far as saying what Major League Baseball did was really shady, in my opinion.
It was
Uh,
rude. It was rude. It was rude.
Only because there are other players in the Hall of Fame that have been suspended. Not allowed to come back and play, and they were in the Hall of Fame. And what I'm talking about is, and you can look this up. This is I'm not making this up. Pete Rose was in prison for tax evasion. to be eligible for the Hall of Fame, it's 10 years after you're done playing baseball. 1 month, the month he got out of prison was also 1 month before his 10-year eligibility was going to start.
Yep.
That month, right before, Major League Baseball made a change in the rule.
Now they could be argued that there's a chance that he might not have been able to be in anyways, because that would make the assumption that it
He
would have
wouldn't got
had to
voted
have
in.
been like that first month. He would have had to have been like voted in, right?
Well, yeah, but you get so many tries so you get so many tries and then you can't do it again.
Yeah.
And then you get like 3 or 4 tries, and then you get this. I think your last one is is done different. I was watching this whole thing about that. It's kind of cool, but it's a good series, good documentary.
Hmm.
Pete Rose is definitely a very narcissistic guy. He did bet on baseball. That's what it is. He never. I don't think he bet on the Reds ever. I don't think he would ever change an outcome of a game because of if you thought who he is as a personality, he does not want to lose ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he would never do something to lose a game. And the way he played the game, it would have been so obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. It's a good series. Good series. You know.
Well, it happens.
So what do you think, Travis? Where does this compare to your? You haven't had ice yet, which we have to do that next.
Yeah.
But where is this falling now in your granddad Evan Williams under $25, bottle and bond collections? Does this go into the collection?
It is going to go in the collection, but I think, and maybe I'll do this at this evening, right? Because
What are you gonna do?
we're only going to handle one of these whiskeys, but I have both of those whiskeys behind me. I do have an Evan Williams and I do have an Old Granddad. I might just pull them over and do like a side by side comparison.
I can go look. I may have an Evan Williams.
I mean, we can try to stack it up again. Well, let's. How about this? We'll finish the tasting on this. We'll put it on ice, or for me,
Okay.
I'm using chilled water, just because it is warm upstairs, and I don't want my ice to melt and just have a pile of ice or ice water, I should say.
That
So
was your fancy glass with the ice. So you gave that to me?
I give that to you.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Eh.
We'll get you one for Christmas. See, no, I want to get you for Christmas.
Not if I get one
I'll,
first.
I'll send you yours back. I'll put the Christmas whiskey sticker up on front of a label without before, so you'll never know.
All right, so I'm gonna put some chilled water in mine.
Maybe go for some ice and extra in here. Extra, little something, something. So I'm getting ready for my golf trip next week, man.
Heck yeah. Is
You
that the one
know,
in
I mean,
Naples?
yeah, yeah. I've been playing good golf. I played the PGA Championship course on Friday. Last Friday, I shot at 88, stout. Was happy.
Nice.
I have a couple good rounds in a row, and then something happened on Sunday. One of those rounds that happened to me.
Mm,
You've seen it.
I have. I already know what you're
Where
talking about. It's not a
yeah,
good thing.
no, it wasn't a good thing at all. I think it was bad, so bad.
Maybe that's one of those things you just got to get the bad round out.
That's what I was thinking because it was so bad. So I walked in there with so much confidence, like I'm like, oh man, these guys. So I kicked their ass last time I saw them. The last time I went out with them, last month. So like I'm gonna fucking stomp it this time. And I did the exact opposite. It was
You just ate it.
it was so bad. I took it well. I have to admit, I handled it. It was tough though. It was a tough. I never said the word double bogey that many times in a round.
That's my job, sir.
Like I'm just like, oh my God, I hit a good drive. Wait, what is that? What? Why is that on top of my ball? Oh, come on, what's going on? Like anything weird or bad or just me happening. And then like I just the more I was trying to fix, the worse it was getting. It was one of those
Yeah,
things.
it happens.
I just rolled with it. I took it like a man. I joked about it with everybody.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I was like, doing the Bane thing, Oh, you really adopted to suck at golf. I was born to suck golf.
You merely adopted the sand. I was born in the bunker.
So I think the flavors open up with ice. I think you are getting more sweetness, more vanilla. Um,
Ooh,
I think I remember liking this on ice better, and I don't know
There's
about
a
this graham cracker thing, but I'm definitely getting rye.
there's a little tang on the side of my on the side of the tongue with the water, like the
Mm.
chilled water. That's pretty nice. The nose didn't really change much. That's why I didn't comment on it.
Yeah, no, but the flavor did change.
Like the
Not
ethyl
like
just dropped a little bit, but
for
that's
me,
about it.
$22, for you, $24. I think it was a great buy.
Yeah.
You can serve this proudly. For a bottle and bond, have something under 20, $30.
And honestly, if someone went ham on it, I wouldn't be upset. I'd
Nope.
be like, all right,
So
gotta
it's
get a
there
new
for
bottle when I go out.
you. When I brought that to that party I went to, that thing was gone.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
everybody around me killed it. They were like, "This is amazing."
and they were whiskey enthusiasts.
At least whiskey enough drinkers. Like
Yeah.
one guy there, who I've known him over the years, and he's I would say a very above average drinker. Knows good places to go by. He knows how to hunt.
Okay.
And when I tried this, he couldn't believe it. He was like, "Wow."
That not saying that every cheap one is garbage,
No,
but
no,
all right, so if we're looking back at like our cheap ones, the ones I think that surprised us the most was what's that Ancient Age. Ancient Age was
right.
one that surprised us. The Evan Williams bottled and bond surprised us. The Old Granddad bottled and bond surprised us. This one seems to be holding its own as like a one of those. It's cheap, and you'd think that it's just going to be garbage, but it's actually pretty dang good,
Hmm.
right? Like I'm not making
No,
that
no,
up.
no.
I'm like looking around. I'm like, if you think of the same price range, Cooper's Craft is like, eh,
Oh, but I mean, okay, so I like Cooper's Craft. I like Cooper's Craft as something to like make a cocktail
yeah,
with and serve in mass quantity.
like your regular Four Roses is also it's all right. I'm just kind of looking back at my selection because I have like
Yeah,
all of my cheap ones are at the bottom. I did that intentionally, just like they do in the
like the
packies.
store, just like the
Exactly like the
store.
packy. I was like, let me just keep them all down low. But like, out of all of them, like I'm impressed with this. I'd buy this bottle.
Oh,
If I run out, like it's on the shelf like old
it's
granddad
something
and
like
Evan
when you're going to
Williams.
buy, but this is one of those whiskeys that when you're going to buy something else and you see that you got to go with it because
Mhm.
it's so cheap. You know what I mean? Like, while I'm here, I got to grab this too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I
oh,
mean, this time around when I went to the packy, right, it was a little bit reversed. I was going there for this,
right,
and then I ended
right,
up with the latest, Bookers
right.
because it was sitting there at cost. So I was like, all right.
So check this out, man. So apparently, where Old Overholt and originated, and
In Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, there's a history. We came from a town called Overton, West Overton, and there's a whole like historical village there of the original buildings,
So it's
and
haunted.
and there's museums there, and
Haunted.
it's the birthplace of Henry Clay Frick. I'm not sure who he
What
is.
the frick?
Wait, Coke company made him the
Just
will.
fire me.
Oh, Frick, I guess that's something to do with Coke. I'm not sure what Coke he was doing. Coca-Cola, cocaine.
What the frick's he doing?
I don't know. And then it's like a whole like town, and there's all kinds of cool things. And the original Old distilleries there.
So it's just basically a haunted town
Probably.
that was run
Right.
by some guy named Frick.
No, no. Frick was he was born there. He's a famous guy from there.
Yeah, it
What
was
the frick?
he basically
What the
ran
frick? So what the frick came from Old Olton? What the
Frick.
frick? Frack. Fucking frick frack. Right.
Blasphemy. Sorry.
It's kind of cool. I like the history. I love the bottle with the old guy's face on it.
Yeah. No, I like this. I like this one a lot. It's actually pretty solid.
Do
I
you
am
think
gonna
we
try
do
it
this?
against the Evan Williams though.
You're freezing up. You're freezing up.
You're freezing up.
Okay. I do want to do another old Overholt show. I want to get their regular rye and then their new old Overholt, the one that you saw tonight.
Okay. Well,
And we'll do
yesterday.
both of those.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do both of those. But they have a cocktail menu.
Okay. Hit me with it. Does it include any with the bottled in bond?
Let me see here. Yeah, the whiskey neat, the perfect Manhattan, two part. It just says 2 parts Overholt whiskey. I'm sure you could do either one. So perfect Manhattan, 2 parts Overholt whiskey. Sweet vermouth, dry vermouth,
Hmm.
half and half. It's a classic. It makes sense that they're probably doing the classic ones. Uh, that's interesting. 1.5 shots of whiskey into your favorite beer. That's old
I,
school right there.
I don't have any beer though.
Man, that's old school, man. That's what they used to do back in the day, man. That was a thing.
But yeah, but I want to try that now. Maybe I'll
Uh,
go. Maybe if I don't get too messed up, I'll drive to the store. It's not like it's like 5 minutes away.
But this is very tasty.
Did they say what kind of beer to get? I'm assuming just American lager.
I would think if you could go back to that time period, what kind of beer would have been? It would have been a lager, not a pilsner. Probably it would have been a lager.
Yeah.
More like because
All
back
right.
in those days, remember that was like they had to make the beer there. You
Yeah.
weren't getting it, the other side of the country. So I'm guessing it's probably a lager.
Yeah.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, people. Let me know.
Yeah. We're not beer drinkers, really.
We like beer.
I enjoy beer, but not. I'm not enthusiastic about beer.
I had Schmittix for lunch today.
You had beer for lunch?
I had Schmittix with lunch.
Oh, I love Smittix.
So I went to this place I told you about. There's an Irish pub I found,
Yeah.
and on Fridays they're famous for their French dip sandwich. So the day before, starting at like 12, I think at like 8 a.m. the day before, they get these gigantic pieces of prime rib and they slow cook it overnight.
Ooh,
Then they shave it, and then any of the shavings that fall into the jus, and then they recook and burn all that shavings down into a liquid.
that sounds amazing.
And it was a damn good French dip sandwich. And that jus, I drank it when I was done with my sandwich.
I can't blame you.
Yeah, I felt the artery stop right there for a second. And we're like, all right, you just got 3 more. We're good.
Well, next time you do it, get a couple shots of Old Overholt, and just
Right?
dump it in there and slam it
I
back.
really, this is blood enough to open everything up.
Counteracts it, you know.
Oh, man.
Life's all about balance, Mike D.
Balance, lots of balance. I got balance. I'm talking to you about my balance. Not balance. Oh, man. All right, so I think this is our show tonight.
Yeah,
Unless you want to do a quick taste.
I actually do want to do a quick comparison with
Grab
either
one.
which. Well, which one do you have? I want to do the same one that you
I
have,
don't
so I
know if
could
I
do
have
like a solid.
it. Let me walk away for a second.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you have the Evan Williams. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah, we'll see.
unless you killed it.
I may have. It's so good.
Anyways, so yeah, this was I actually found this being up in North Carolina now, so we have ABCs up here. I'm sure some of you know what those are. And so this evening we were supposed to maybe do very old Saint Nick. Mike D ended up coming across one. Unfortunately, the ABC near me had never heard of very old Saint Nick. So, and if you haven't either, it's fantastic. I believe Total Wines around Florida generally carry them. They're going to be a little bit higher priced, which kind of stinks. Um, but I did the autumn one is the one that I had. I think we did it on one of our episodes. Very old Saint Nick, the autumn one, fantastic. Really deep flavors. I'd be interested. I haven't touched another bottle since, so I was kind of hoping to find at least one, even if it wasn't the same one as Mike D. But it didn't happen that way, unfortunately. But I will say, if you're looking for I mean, if you're looking for a bottle and bond
I
experience,
got it, man.
definitely Old Overhaul. What you say?
I don't got it. I got it. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got something, but I don't got that. I got lots of something.
You don't have Old Granddad. You don't have Evan Williams.
No. I must have killed it. I haven't stocked up
All right,
on
what
this.
else did you have then?
Oh, nothing that would put that in that same category.
Oh, okay. All right.
What
Well
you, what you,
then,
what you do a taste comparison real quick.
okay.
Trust you as the people out there trust you.
Let me hurry up and finish this then. But
Mm-hmm.
I was telling the people about what we were planning as like a potential second whiskey with the very old Saint Nick. I don't remember. I don't remember the episode in which we did the autumn one, which is the one that
Okay.
I had. Do you remember what episode that was?
Oh, come on.
I honestly, because I don't remember the theme in which it was. I
You look
honestly
at
don't remember the
you
theme.
look at made it back here. I remember we were doing the show.
Wait, was it the Halloween one? No. Was
Oh
it?
no.
No.
No. I highly doubt we did high end on Halloween with all the shenanigans I was doing.
Which, by the way, if you're interested in a Halloween episode,
You want to laugh at me? It's all good.
that
What's designed for, man?
episode was awesome. But I was talking about that, and then it just kind of stayed like I can't believe that no
You know what?
one there had heard about it.
I have a crazy idea.
Oh boy,
When you talk about this, we always say it's overrated, right? So
it's overrated.
you do your
Evan
whichever one.
Williams. I think I'm going to do Evan Williams because that's on
All
the
right.
cheaper end of the two.
So now I'm going to take it to the other end. Okay.
Wait, you
I'm
doing
gonna
Ragnarok?
no, no, that's not that's like putting a flyweight in with a heavyweight. Like one punch and you're that's dead.
All right, what are you going to do a comparison with
Oh,
then?
well, bro can sit around with it, but no, no. Right. What I'm going to do is, if you're taking it against something in its spectrum, I'm going to take it outside the spectrum, based off pricing
Oh,
and name recognition.
okay.
Okay? Because we both know, and we've said it multiple times, it's overrated. Now, it's not a bond. Is that okay?
I mean, technically, you're kind of going out of scope, but tell me what it is. How about that? What are you going to bring to the table to do a comparison with? Whoa. You just put it up, everything goes blank. Okay. I mean, you're kind of,
But it's not bonds.
that's, I know.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
know my feelings on Whistle Pig.
Yeah, me too. So I want to embarrass
But you might not. Who knows? But I don't remember if we liked that one. That's the thing.
it. Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to do that anyway. You do your bottle. You do your bottle of the bond. I have nothing else to bottle of the bond right now.
Womp womp. Well, now you know what you need to go do. You've got to go to the packy. You have to pick up a bottle of Evan Williams and you have to pick up a bottle of Old Granddad. And you got to get them into the scene.
Agreed.
Especially like they're never not on my shelf. Like they are always on the shelf.
Yeah, I usually have the. I have to admit, I'm probably more of a fan of the Evan Williams over the Granddad. Although the Granddad is very good.
So
But
for
you
me, the
huh?
Granddad is the winner because that's the one
Yeah.
that's cracked right now. Like I haven't cracked the Evan Williams since I bought it.
I don't know, follow bonds. It's just impossible to know what I have in my. I don't want to talk about it. It's impossible to know what I have.
I don't want to talk about it.
You know,
All right, let me go grab this bottle over here. Ooh. Just a quick slide and reach. Yeah. 'Cause that's where my whiskey is. All in the back. Oh, great. Now it's all checked up over here.
okay, you all right? You
All right,
okay?
everything's fine. Everything's fine. So now this one says, I mean,
You know what?
I'm not throwing down. They said this one was established in 1810.
Who? Oh,
Evan
Granddad?
Williams. No, over Old Overholdt. Evan Williams on the banks of the Ohio River in 1783.
No. In 1810, Abe Overholt took over the family business that was already making.
Yeah, but you said
No,
like
I mean that means they had been making it for quite some time leading up to 1810. So it's
so
been
you
around.
but when?
I don't know.
Well, then I don't believe you.
Damn.
Well, shit, I guess you know. Alrighty. I guess I'm learning that with whiskeys, as long as they don't have a cork, they're cheap.
It's an interesting observation.
Never mind. Old Granddad has a cork. And it's like smack in between, or yeah, it's smack in between these two.
Right after right now. Just drudge your name through social media on that one. Do I even bother with Whistle Pig? Should I just go to my old Saint Nick and just talk about how good that is?
No, save that. Save that one for the episode when we're doing that.
So for me, it's would I rather have a $22 bottle of Bottle and Bond
Okay.
Old Overholt versus a 10-year-old age small batch Whistle Pig Rye?
So
Oh,
here we
there we
go.
go. That's a great. See, that's my favorite. I love that.
It is a good label.
I tell
Just
everybody you've never
just
had it.
nice and green,
Yeah,
white,
simple,
gold, green, white,
simple.
gold. Perfect. All right. Let me give it a quick taste test here. All right. So first off, oh, hold on. So on the nose,
That's actually not that
I
bad.
mean, but even then, are these really comparisons? Because one's a straight rye, this one's a bourbon.
Yeah. The one good
So
thing about Whistle Pig, it's 100 proof.
okay, that's good. That's close.
I have to say it's been a long time since I've had this.
So the old Overholt is non-chill filtered.
Okay.
The Evan Williams is charcoal filtered.
Okay.
It's a bourbon. It's a sour mash. So, all right, let me see. Evan Williams.
What?
Evan Williams every day of the week.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
it's it's that was like an instant like so. But the problem is you're comparing apples to oranges here, right? One's a bourbon, one's a rye. So
Oh, that's different. Yeah, you can't do
they're
that.
both bottled in bond. Yeah, the problem is it's like even in the same
It's a
price
thing, the
range.
bourbon and rye, you can't
So in
compare
this
bourbon.
one, you're really what you're doing is you're comparing proof and you're comparing price range. That's what you're comparing because they're both bottled in bond.
And I'm going to say right now, the Whistle Pig is very good. I haven't had it in a while. I know I rag it a little bit. I think it's overpriced for what it is, but you know what? It's got some good flavors. Um, the scent's very, very rye, high rye, a lot of spice. But when you drink it, neat. It kind of sweetens out, mellows out. The heat comes at the end, and it's almost like cinnamon at the back of your throat, remember those sucking candies, those
Yeah,
what were those the fireballs?
yeah,
Not the shot, but the actual candy.
yeah. That's what this
We're
this
like,
the smell of this reminded me of those.
okay, so I mean, it's not bad. I'll throw a piece of ice in there now.
Hmm. But I will say, and maybe this is just my preference for between cheap ryes and cheap bourbons. I prefer the Evan Williams because
Okay, so what you're
there's
saying is,
definitely ryes that I'd prefer like over any of the things that we're drinking. Right, there are ryes
sure.
that just.
Well, of course.
But if we're talking bottled in bond and we're talking like this price range, because I think the Evan Williams here was 17, the old granddad was 19, and the old Overhaul is 24.
24 for you, yeah. Okay.
So I'm like, if we're talking in that price range, like if I'm gonna pick up 100 proof whiskey that's bottled in bond between old Overholt and Evan Williams, I'm gonna pick the Evan Williams.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Well, I get it, and I think for me too, I love that Evan Williams the way it tastes. It's just such a good whiskey.
It's
I think I
smooth.
like I'm gonna say I like the Whistle Pig more neat than over on ice.
That also clouded up a lot.
What mine?
Yeah,
But it's just got very rye spicy.
yeah. So all the nice flavors kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I dig this anymore. Yeah. All right.
Anyways,
You want, anyways, I think we're good for
yeah,
tonight now. I think we say
this was
goodnight
a
to our folks.
this was a
Our
fun
people out
episode.
there in Iceland, Munich, you know,
Yeah, don't can't
Siberia.
forget the Icelandic people. Hopefully, the volcanoes are calming down for you. Seriously. Also,
You know,
please send us an email. The Doc Frisky. whiskey at gmail.com. Like, send us an email. We
Talk to
want
us.
we want bottles of whiskey from you.
Yeah, right. Send us your whiskey.
I'll pay
All
for it.
right.
I just
For
can't get
all
it.
you under 10, go into your mommy's wallet, take out $50, send it to the Frisky Whiskey.
Yo, Bobs.
You know, that actually happened in the 50s. A famous comedian did that, and all these kids took money out of their parents' wallets and took like $2 out of their wallets and mailed it to Soupy Sales. Ever hear his name, Soupy Sales?
No.
He was like a comedian from the 50s, 60s, 70s, but he had a radio show and he got in trouble for it, kind of.
Come on.
Huh?
It's rude. Can't get in trouble for that.
Back in those days, man, the 50s and 60s. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Stamps
right.
were like half a penny. Come on
Yes.
now. Anyways,
All right. All right.
well, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Please make sure you check out our socials ish. We're over on Instagram. We're over on the YouTubes. We also post kind of randomly, but it always comes out on Wednesday at 4 p.m. So if
Yep.
you want to check us out, you can head over to thefriskywhiskey.com, uh, click on where to find us, and you'll find out where we are posting our podcasts. You can also get links to our videos there and our socials. Uh, please check out our merch store. Right, we got a merch store.
I sure.
If you like what you hear on occasion, go over there and buy a
Remember, for
shirt.
every shirt you buy us a bottle of whiskey.
That's not even close to the truth. It
I
buys
don't
us
know.
a nip. It buys us a
That's not what we
one.
buy
It
anymore.
buys
Yeah,
us
that's what we
one
buy
nip
now.
to share.
Barely. Okay.
And if you're looking for cigars, make sure you head over to foxcigar.com. They have all your cigar needs. Huge selection. They have kits. They have all of the accessories that go along with it. And if you're living in the South Florida area, from Stewart down to what, Boca? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
Hit up Tico's
Eco's
Pavers.
Pavers for all your driveway, full deck, walkway needs. We make the
Yeah.
pavers for you. Make your dreams come true.
That was cheesy as hell. I love
I know, right?
it.
I need that guy behind me, the
This is
inflatable guy.
Anyways, all right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good evening.
Good night. And remember, check out our next episode. It's going to be the fantasy football special. I'll give you those sleeper kicker picks. All right. Good night, everybody.